16-year-old Peter likes nothing more than to party.
That is all vodka, boy.
As he's grown, he's become very pompous, very arrogant, thinks that he's God's gift.
Ideal world. Absolutely minted. Loads of fit girls, loads of drink. Perfect, mate.
Peter, get up now and pick up this stuff and hang up your suit.
Peter was kicked out of his expensive private school for being disruptive and lazy.
When he came out of boarding school last summer and came home to do his A-levels at a local school, it was quite apparent that he was the laziest child I've ever come across. This morning I've received a letter from Peter's school that's expressing their concern that he's not currently on course to achieve his target grades.
At the beginning of year 10, I was pretty like 10 A stars. And like during the 2 years, it went down to like straight U's pretty much because I just did no work and I was like, I can't be bothered.
Peter. You haven't even given me your full report. Pick it up. Peter, come and pick it up.
Peter's been given every opportunity for an excellent start in life.
Oh my Lord, I can't imagine how much money has gone on that boy's education and his whole life.
Peter's parents divorced when he was 3. And since his mother's second marriage recently broke down, Peter's behaviour has worsened.
He is the sort of lad who would rather seek forgiveness than ask permission. So many times he just gets into bother and then expects us all to forgive him afterwards.
Stop it! Stop it now!
Over in Sussex, 17-year-old Jocelyn spends all her days smoking marijuana.
You do smoke cannabis, we all know that. You look very grey, you know, I mean, we're all...
Grey?
We're not all stupid now, are we?
Well, I'm about to turn 18, I'm not going to go all sober and go on a detox.
Experimental stuff.
Yeah, but I'm about to turn 18, I'm not going to stop drinking and, like, never take drugs again when I turn 18.
It's just bad news.
At night, Jocelyn goes out in Brighton to drink with her mates.
So you're not stoned? I haven't been stoned since 10 o'clock this morning, actually. You've made about 9 hours. Yeah. The Monday to Friday is basically the same thing every day. About 5, 6-ish, I'll get a train down to Hayward and I'll meet 3 or 4 friends.
She was asked to leave college because of her problem with authority.
I hate people telling me what to do all the time. I could never handle the teachers at school because they just think that they can order you around.
She always seemed to be in trouble and always seemed to be in detention or being internally excluded. She set fire to the science lab once.
Jocelyn was once a keen rider and even played cricket for her county. She always achieved good grades, but since her dad began working abroad in Dubai for months at a time, it all went downhill.
All the stuff at school, it was always me that had to go into school because her dad was always at work. So I think she probably realises that she's given me a fair amount of grief over the years.
She spent the last year doing nothing.
You have no responsibilities, you can sit around, smoke your rollies, talk to your friends. Do you know what I mean? And you know, but I don't think you really get that. What are you going to do if you don't get an education? How are you going to fund all that? How are you going... Well, how are you...
Fund what?
Well, your life in the future when you leave home.
Both parents have agreed to send their children to India for 8 days to live with a strict Indian family.
That's the plan.
Really good.
Can I have some money, please?
No, well, Harkiv's going to give you a bit of money, a bit of spending money, but that's for you, all right?
Cheers.
I don't think he quite knows what's in store for him. Hopefully he'll come back having had a good think about what he really wants to do, what he wants out of life.
It's the moment of truth.
Yeah.
Give it your best shot.
I will.
Okay. Bye, Jocelyn. Bye.
She better be fit. If she's not fit, I'm not going to be happy. And hopefully, if so, I'll be a happy bloke. Right? Yeah, I'm paid.
I'm Josh. You're right. Nice to
Yeah.
meet you.
And you?
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm alright. I'm scared. I'm excited, but I'm scared.
No, I'm buzzing. Absolutely. I can't wait.
The teens are being sent to Pune, a city in the west of India, 4 hours' drive from Mumbai. Dad Uni is the CEO of a multinational company employing 5,000 people.
We came from normal middle-class family background. We aspire to do good in life, work hard towards that, never rest.
Mum Madhu is the CEO of their home and has a strict set of rules for their 15-year-old son, Siddharth.
Today he has reached a point where we need to say just a word and he knows where he's going off the mark.
Well, the rules in my house, see, they're quite simple. Don't do anything wrong. If I do something wrong, I'm in trouble. Final answer comes out as 2x minus y minus 2z. Okay?
Only child Siddharth has been sent to one of Pune's most sought-after private schools, where he's expected to achieve good grades.
In the class, if you were to be getting a 1992 and comes a third rank, we'll appreciate them. But thereafterwards, we'll also tell there are some other people who are doing possibly better than you.
Education is very important in our house. It's possibly the most important thing. If you don't focus on your education now, you'll end up in a slum, working in a factory or some menial job. You'll be cleaning a toilet or something like that.
After a 10-hour flight, the teens touched down in the Indian city of Pune, with a population of over 5 million people. It's known as the Oxford of the East, as it's home to more than 100 academic institutions. But the teens' eyes are fixed on the poverty.
So the buildings as well are absolutely like shocking. Living in that would be well bad.
Hi.
Hi. I'm Peter.
Welcome. Peter, welcome. Uni.
Uni.
And Siddharth.
I'm Madhu, your mother.
Oh, hello. Oh, nice to meet you.
Welcome.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Son Siddharth will have to share his bedroom for the first time.
Is it okay for you, Peter, to share the room with Siddharth?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
I used to go to boarding school, so I'm used to sharing rooms and that.
It's a bit weird. It's like proper weird, like accents and that, and like a bit sort of like mama and all that. So
Jocelyn's bedroom will be the converted family study.
Well, you can tell there's someone pretty successful because there's just all these trophies everywhere and like books and like looks like they're pretty like educationally based. So they're not going to be very happy when they know I've actually spent a year sitting in bed and smoking too much weed.
In my opinion, very frank opinion, the boy is very normal, but the girl is very withdrawn, more like a tortoise. Come.
Settling in? Feeling better?
Yeah.
Good.
Good. Sit down.
Before the British teens can get unpacked, their new parents want to ensure that they live their next 8 days like their son, Siddharth. So lay down some house rules.
One request you, respecting and abiding by the rules at school. You're going to go to the school, you're aware of that?
I haven't been in education for a year, so I'm not really looking forward to going back. So I've just had bad experiences with school, so I get a bit like, don't like teachers and work and...
You need to study, you need to hold on a good job, have a good home.
I just want to have fun.
Decency of language while communicating. Normally, one doesn't use slangs. Good language to be used. Siddharth's boundary lines at home are no smoking, no drinking.
Can we not smoke at all? Like, can we not? Can we smoke outside the house?
Unfortunately, no.
I don't. Yeah, but what if we don't want to give it up?
Give it to me.
I haven't got any alcohol.
What do you got, cigarettes?
Yeah.
Give it to me. Thank you. Why can't you give it up for a week and work towards giving up smoking?
I want to smoke for the summer. Because if I give up now, because I smoke cannabis during the summer, I'll find it really difficult not to smoke cannabis, and I'll have tobacco in it.
You smoke cannabis?
Yeah, that's why I don't drink so much anymore.
Jocelyn, there is a saying, tomorrow never comes and today never goes.
Jocelyn and Peter are asked to sign a contract stating they'll comply with the rules of their new home.
So you keep reading and rereading till it becomes a part of your psyche. We appreciated their openness and within a few hours to be able to tell us that. And secondly, we have the confidence as elder parents to get them around.
They asked me to hand over all my cigarettes, but I still have a packet of GB in my bag, and I'm not giving them that.
Down in the communal garden, the British teens waste no time in breaking the smoking rule.
It feels like I'm about 8 again and smoking underneath my bed. Like,
You smoked when you were 8? Jesus.
Yeah.
I was really good when I was little. It wasn't until I got to like 13 that I started getting bored of the whole, you know, I'm a nice girl, I do well at school. They need to realise that people from England aren't so cooperative.
Having formed a bond over a fag, Joss and Pete decide to test the resolve of their new parents.
I had a cigarette.
You had a cigarette?
Yeah.
You had it with you or you bought it?
I had it with me.
So you told a big lie to me.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Much better. I'm not going to stop either. I'm going to smoke while I'm here.
Yeah, so
You also want to smoke now?
I need to smoke.
I have a commitment of the 8 days that you live with me, that you live like normal human beings, good children.
I want to smoke and I'm going to smoke, and I'm not really gonna have anyone telling me not to smoke.
You are arguing with me so much, but still I have not lost my cool. I do not raise my voice even by 1 decibel. I say that you can't smoke.
I can't argue this one as much as they've argued with them. Not even 1/10 of that. It's like, and for me, one look from my parents is sufficient to like make them get me back in line. It's just shocking.
Madhu and Uni are alarmed by the teens' disobedience, so they search their bags in case they're hiding any more cigarettes.
Second no. It is not going to be a choice of whether we should allow them 1 or 2 cigarettes. It's a no-no, as far as that is concerned.
Siddharth has never seen such bad behaviour and is worried that he might lose his new siblings.
I guess if you don't cooperate, it may culminate in you being kicked out.
Waiting for the
And
news
like,
now.
do you guys want to be kicked out? Or you want to stay?
To be honest, I prefer to stay.
Like, the moment you walk down, the moment we say goodbye, you can just smoke, man.
Yeah, it's not that easy at all.
I don't know. At one point, I was addicted to the PS2, but I was able to control it. I was like playing every day, 4 hours, something like that. Yeah, I was only thinking about the PS2.
With the bags checked, Uni calls the teens up for a dressing down.
I checked your bag. If there are cigarettes with you, you can take it out and give it to me now.
Checked my bag?
Yeah.
You went through my stuff? You can't go through my stuff without asking me.
Because you let me down. As simple as that one. And I don't trust you. I want to be very open with you.
That's not fair. I could have some really private stuff in my bag.
Be open and frank.
So be honest.
Okay, we've been very straight and honest with you. Please make it. Let me make it very clear. I've been very honest with you. I've been very nice with you. I'll continue to be nice with you. Okay. There are certain things which I spoke about it. Like a good father. There are 2 sides to my personality too. You've seen the good side of mine. I want you to live with me like good kids.
But still, that's my stuff. That's like my belongings that you've just gone and ruffled through. Like, oh, Jesus.
I want you to be using proper words at home.
It's not my home.
Ah, what a nice thing to hear.
I'm angry.
You're angry?
Yeah,
So
you've
are
gone
we.
through my stuff without asking.
So are we angry?
Do you know
Yeah,
the
but
way-
But we're controlling it. We don't like to shout. We're not the shouting kind of people.
You're my son. You're my daughter. This is my house. And here my decisions shall prevail.
I really just don't want to be here anymore because I don't like them. I'm pissed off at the mum for going through my stuff. The dad makes me want to jump out the window and run as fast as I can. He is the most annoying man I've ever met in my life. I cannot stand to be around him, and I am going to walk out this house and not come back in if he says like another word that pisses me off, because they're just too much.
Peter, good morning. Siddharth, good morning. Rise and shine.
Uni has a big day planned for Peter and Jocelyn. He wants them to join his charity and help out in the poorest area of town.
So Peter, Siddharth and Joss, you got to go to a place where there is a community of underprivileged people. And these are people who do not have any opportunities in life also. I want you to go with the charity group and work along with them in the community cleaning work they do over there. Okay, be good boys and good girl. Okay, see you. Bye. So fundamentally, they're not used to doing this. Yeah, they're going with a conjecture and a perception that it is going to be dirty work. Oh, icky feeling. I'm sure if they were to turn around during the day and start feeling that, look, I'd like to contribute and I'd like to work and I'd like to be selfless in my thinking, then the actions will come automatically.
Almost half of Pune's population live in a poverty-stricken area, surviving on less than £1 a day. Its inhabitants receive no social security, so the only help they get is from charities like Uni's.
I'm not going to do any of this work.
I don't do charity shit.
When you see these guys like with nothing, you'll feel it's like sort of, you may feel ashamed of yourself for not doing anything.
I'm not getting paid and it's got no benefit to me whatsoever.
Makes you a better person, I guess.
Bollocks to that.
Do you like really genuinely not give about these people?
No, it's the way it goes. It's what happens. There's no.
But like, I don't know. I just feel
I've
like
come to like terms with the fact that there's poverty all around the world.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do to stop it, and there never will be.
The teens are brought to meet the charity workers and their leader Evangeline, who'll be setting their tasks.
The people over here are really, really poor. They don't even have a proper water supply. There is just like 1 or 2 taps from where there is water which comes, and that too not throughout the entire day. Just say your name and what standard you are in.
I'm Siddharth in the 9th standard. Finished my 9th standard now.
My name's Joss.
My name's Peter and I don't know what the I'm doing here. Very much.
Despite his reservations, Peter joins the boys' group and Joss the girls.
Hello. Nice to meet you. My name's Joss.
My name is Rani.
Rani?
Yeah.
What do we do exactly with the hygiene?
It's a hygiene kit. So
Yeah.
we will be going in the community and we will be taking some children who are too dirty. So we will be cutting their nails and combing their hairs and tying the rubber band.
It's going to be hard, like really hard for me. Like in England, I don't work, I don't go to school and I don't work or anything. So it's going to be a bit of a shock to kind of have to do like manual labour.
It will be too difficult for you.
The girls head off into the community to start work.
Put 2 ponytails. We have to make this like this.
Oh, ponytails.
After the kids have their hands cleaned, they're rewarded with a mini manicure.
Sorry, I'm shaking. I smoke and I haven't had a fag, so I shake. So it's not going to be the brilliant thing. Kind of insane, like seeing it for real. Like TV's one thing, but when you're actually here, I'm like speechless. I don't really know what to say or do. I just can't believe that people live like this.
Peter's group is heading to another part of the neighbourhood, where they're expected to remove the rubbish from the streets. It's a crucial job, as the risk of fire is constant.
I'm not used to it, so it's pretty like gash, really.
Just pick up a bit.
Hey, you have to pick up. But I don't have to.
You bend down and pick up.
No.
And it's not that much dirty. Okay, just hold this back and pick up also. Let's go move.
If you're going to act like a bloody jet, people are going to hate you. And he doesn't seem to be wanting to change. He wants to just remain the way he always was. And that's not exactly very nice. It's only 4 hours and you bloody well better do it. Force him.
This is a joke. It's an actual joke. Oh, you're joking.
I'm sorry about that, mate.
Don't worry about it.
Despite Siddharth's encouragement, Peter's had enough of doing charity work.
I will hold. You have to bend down.
Oh, fuck it. I'll see you later. Yeah?
Okay, fine. Good handle with the bag only.
No, I'm game.
Hold the bag?
I'm game, mate.
Hold the bag, please.
No, I can't bother.
One sec.
No, I can't bother. I'm not doing it. I can't be fucked.
One sec. Just hold the bag at least.
No, really, I'm game. I can't. I'm done.
Why?
No, seriously, I'm done.
Because you're irritated?
No, get out of my way, seriously.
Wait.
Get out of my way.
Whoa. He acted like a bloody fool. He's just gone and walked off, man. He's supposed to be doing the social work, yeah? I mean, I'm doing it. What's gonna happen to the family honor and stuff, man? Not right. If he can't clean up without or do social community service, he's gonna become a failure in life.
This is pointless. Not picking up like some slum for nothing. That's just, oh God. I'm dreading what we've got planned for the rest of the week. We start off the first day doing it.
Back at home, Uni's charity leader has informed him of Peter's conduct.
Peter, I have not enjoyed the way you behaved at the place where you went. It's an insult to me. Ideally speaking, I should be taking you along with me to apologize to those people. They work for.
But I wouldn't apologise. If you took me, I won't apologise.
You went and apologise?
I won't apologise. I wouldn't have.
That shows your character.
That's the way I am. I just wouldn't do that.
You have to be changing to live in this world.
Humility is the first step to success, Peter. If you want money and you want to reach somewhere in life, it is humility, and nothing can replace humility and hard work.
My children won't defy me. I know you may have difficulty, but I don't. That's why I'm silent. I'm quiet. That's my way of reacting. Expecting them to be changing overnight is a myth. If we are able to make them realize and understand, and to make them understand, we may have to calibrate our behavior, that from softness to harshness, and then later stringency is the way we'll be behaving.
Following Peter's disobedience yesterday, Uni wants to teach the teens to respect authority. He's arranged for them to go to his factory to work, where they'll be given the minimum wage.
Since I'm the head of this company, my expectation is your behavior should be impeccable. Don't let me down. You'll be paid 200 rupees each when you complete the work. This 200 is equivalent to 3 pounds. 3 pounds. This is a normal daily salary given to apprentices over here in India. These children, at this point of time, are not fully aware of the fact that one day their parents will stop giving them money. You have to climb every step in life to reach the pinnacle. Nobody can lift you and put you from a helicopter to a high position. You got to climb it step by step. And you start at the bottom of the rung.
Uni's company runs a large manufacturing plant on the outskirts of Pune. For today, the boys will be working in the factory where heating machines are assembled.
Sort of looking forward to it, sort of not. It's like pretty hot, but it's like interesting, something new, so, you know, we'll see what happens. See how it goes.
Peter, listen, you are sending this material for making a car.
Yeah.
Okay, car needs 4 wheels, one steering, one handle, 4 doors. So you have to check whether 4 doors are going.
Sweating like a pig.
Over at the other end of the plant, Jocelyn's doing a stock check. Although they've only earned £3 each, Peter appreciates that it's better than nothing.
Surprised about how hard they work for like little money, but and again, like it's really like good to have a job out here compared to compared to people in the slums. Like this is like amazing. So
Flush with his day's wages, Pete stumps the film crew, commandeers one of Uni's drivers, and orders him to take him back into town.
The whole point of me coming out was to come out here and have a bit of fun, which I'm doing. There was nowhere in the contract that we signed saying no tattoos, so there's nothing wrong with it.
In India, tattoo parlours are unlicensed. So worried for his safety, a senior member of the production team arrives to stop the tattoo.
Could I insist that you stop, please?
No.
Excuse me, could I insist that you stop?
It's almost finished.
Could I insist that you stop?
I insist that you carry on.
No, Peter, I'm insisting that you stop. We are responsible for you while you're here.
I don't care.
Insist that he stops.
I don't care. It's almost finished.
I insist.
Let him finish it. It's like the tiniest amount left.
I absolutely insist that you stop.
Oh, shut up.
Now.
Don't be such
Peter is finally persuaded to leave the parlour with an unfinished tattoo.
All right. Hey, yeah.
Back at the flat, and Siddharth's horrified by Peter's antics.
Well, it's not exactly the best thing you've done, right?
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Huh?
I don't care about that. I got wisdom written in Hindi.
What did you say it's called?
It's like Guang or something like that.
Yeah. How are you going to tell my dad about this?
It's all right. It's all good.
At dinner time, Peter has to face Uni.
How do you feel about what you've done? Be honest with me.
I'm like glad I got it.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed that it was stopped, so
Yeah.
it's not fully finished. I mean, it's my body. I mean, it's my choice whether or not I deface it.
You are under my parenthood. And this is something which will have an impact on you permanently. And in India, there are places where they may use needles repeatedly. And other than drugs, one place where you get inflicted with HIV is tattoos. So you are staking your life unknowingly without realizing what you've done.
But Peter realises it might not just be him who gets it in the neck.
What's happening? Is like anything happening to your driver? Because like I've been told that like you might sort of sack him, but I'd be like really, really annoyed if that happened. And like I asked him to stop and that, so I don't think like he should be like reprimanded for it. So he didn't really know what was going on.
He trusted you. So his was a blind faith in a young boy who came from London. So let me mull over that for the night. What am I going to do with him?
Before you decide, do you think you could like let me know what you're going to do?
Look, if I can take so many decisions of hiring 5,000 people and maybe firing a couple of hundred out of that in a year, I'm sure I'll take a fair decision. I'm containing my feelings at this point of time. I'd want him to be undergoing the tension for the night. That what would happen to the driver. That's a punishment for him.
He's obviously not very happy. It's quite annoying as well, not knowing what's going to happen. Like I asked him like if he could let me know what happens before he like makes a decision, and he was just like, I'll make a fair decision. I'm in charge of all these people. I was like, all right. So I don't think I'll find out what happens until it happens.
After a restless night, Peter's anxious to know Uni's verdict.
What have you decided about what you're going to do with your driver?
Well, I'm giving him the benefit of doubt because he's worked with me for more number of years. And he has shown his integrity and honesty for years together. Giving credence for that, I'm deciding to keep him.
All right. Good.
But please recognize for a fact that this is the way in life you can put others also into trouble. Imagine that if I did not think properly and the fit of anger, if I were to sack him, he's got a father, mother not working, a wife still studying, and a small child. And the entire family survives on the income generated by this particular person.
I thought that I would get away with it really easily.
Okay.
But then when I got caught on that and I got told that the driver could get sacked, I felt like really bad and that it was a big mistake.
It's day 4, and the most important so far for the education is what they hold most dear. And today, Peter and Joss will be attending Siddharth's school.
I have a few worries about taking my new brother and sister to school because, like, they may do something stupid, like talk back to a teacher, abuse them. They don't seem to have any boundaries or limits. I don't know what they could do anything.
At Siddharth's school, the pupils are expected to wear uniform. Failure to comply will lead to expulsion.
It is so cute.
It's disgusting. I won't even touch it. I don't think that girls and boys should be forced to wear separate things. You should have a choice, and I don't agree with it.
Even for 3 days? Just for 3 days?
No, not going to wear a dress. Not at all. It's disgusting.
That's the way the uniform is worn in the school.
I'm not going to wear it.
They will not allow you to enter. I can
I
assure
won't
you.
enter then. I don't want to go anyways.
Education is the only option available for coming up in life in India. So parents and children accord a lot of importance of attending school. And my request to you is that make maximum use of it.
Children, you're going to have a wonderful experience.
Enjoy it.
Believe me.
Enjoy it.
Siddharth attends the Bishop School in Pune. It was established by the British in 1864 to cater for the children of the Indian Army. It now educates Pune's fee-paying elite.
There's a lot of pressure for admissions here, and that is why we have to be very, very careful with our discipline, because here we've got about 3,400 students. So we really have to be very careful in that.
Before they can start their lessons, the teens are required to meet the school principal for a uniform inspection.
First thing you need to do is put that gum into this, please. Are you chewing gum? We're very, very strong on discipline, all right? And one of the things we don't do is dress the way you are dressed. The belt buckle should be in the center. Come on, we're going to teach you English how to dress. Be proud of that tie, my friend. That's the Bishop School tie. And that comes from a tradition of 145 years. School, attention. We should now sing the national anthem. Punjab, Sindh, Gujarat, Maratha, Dravida, Utkala, Banga, Tava Shubha Ashish Mage, Dhare Tava Jaya Gatha. We have a lot of school rules. We expect discipline, and we definitely expect you to be in proper uniform. So I'd like to see Jocelyn after assembly, please.
Despite the principal's earlier instruction, Jocelyn refuses to change into the correct uniform.
Why aren't you wearing it?
I don't think that you should. I feel like I have a choice. I feel I should be forced into wearing a dress.
What you think does not matter in my school. I'm sorry. Here
Well,
you're
I'm not
expected.
going to wear a dress.
Then I'm afraid I'll have to send you home.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to wear a dress.
You can go home then. I'm sorry. You will stand expelled from the school if you do not follow our rules.
I'm not going to.
I beg your pardon?
I'm not going to. I've told you.
You go home. Go home. Send her home, please. That's okay. Let her go home. Siddharth, go to the office. Phone your father. Ask him to come and take her home, please. She's refusing to get into uniform. She can go home now. I will not tolerate it.
So I'll go to the office and come.
Go to the office and make a call.
There's a problem. Josh is not wearing a uniform, and Mr. Free is also, she's not listening to him. Not listening to Sir, so he said, I think Sir told that you or Papa could come and like take her back home. School.
I hate school. I will never like school. I will never do work if I was here, and I'm not going to wear a dress. So I may as well just go home before I get in, before I come and make a twat of myself.
The girl, I'm afraid, has been a bit of a rebel. She's been very stubborn, and we don't want our girls to turn around and behave like this in future, because that'll be catastrophic for them. And our parents will really, really then be very, very upset if that happens.
Stop talking. Next one.
Next one, question number 6 now.
Peter's first lesson is algebra.
3x minus 4 minus 5m square.
Peter's put in Siddharth's class, who are all a year younger than him.
A cube minus 3b plus 5c is trinomial.
Excellent. Very good.
But being the new boy doesn't stop his teacher from putting him to the test.
16 comes 5. What is there upside?
I'm just working it out.
Okay, you're calculating. Better do it. He will tell us.
The answer is 7x minus 9y minus 9z.
Good. Ready, all of you?
I was well embarrassed. Didn't know what was going on. I was just like, do that. Pretty much most of them are pretty clever. And I all try really hard on that.
Josh missing out on her day at school is a huge embarrassment.
Can you just give it a small little thought, just for our sake, just for your sake?
I don't like school.
Anyway, you have about almost 24 hours to make up your mind. Okay?
Yeah.
So just give it a thought.
I will.
Peter's next class is a moral lesson.
The topic I have decided on is obedience and hard work. So you will see obedience comes whether it is in school or at home, it will come because there are certain rules and regulations given to us. What are the different rules and regulations that we have to follow? Yes?
Not to argue with your parents. I mean,
excellent. Now let me hear. The new child, Peter. Come. You can share.
The teacher invites Peter to talk to his classmates about the moral standards he's grown up with in Britain.
Well, anyone got any questions then?
Yeah, you have a question? Nobody has
Till now, what difference did you experience in your UK and school life?
In school life, here's like quite strict, whereas England, like, I got kicked out of my old school because like I didn't follow the little rules that there were. Eventually, they kicked me out.
What's the worst thing you've ever done to your parents?
The worst thing I've ever done to my parents, there's quite a few, but probably the worst thing was I went out to a party one night and I got like really drunk, and when I got home I got in one of my mum's cars, so I drove it and I crashed it, so I got arrested and had to spend the night in a police cell because I was like drunk and that.
You're not thinking from your parents' side of view, like, you know, what they might be thinking about you.
I don't care about what my parents think about me.
Maybe you should. They care about
You should actually.
My parents will always be there no matter what I do.
So you're taking them for granted.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, you don't know do you know how bad that is?
I was getting rinsed in there though. When they were like, asking questions about me, the girls were getting mental. I was just like, someone else ask me a question, please. I was just like, oh my God.
Compared to our culture, it's extremely shocking to what he did. It's not acceptable over here.
He chooses to not use his brains, and if he probably just changed his attitude towards life as in I don't care and all that, then he'd probably be a good student. He'd be one of the best students here.
Back at the apartment, Jocelyn receives a letter from her mother.
We hope that you are having time to think while you're away and to reflect on the choices you have made in your life over the last few years. Since you started secondary school, you seem to have adopted a persona that rejects authority. Lately, you seem to have withdrawn from family life, and even though you live here in the same house, I feel that I've lost you. Your brother and sister... Your brother and sisters feel the same way. I'm hopeful that you'll come back and finish your sixth form courses, and I hope you'll go on to pursue a career that makes use of your talents and that makes you happy. We'll always be here for you and love you very much. Mum. Getting back into a uniform, and it just brought a lot back. It was difficult. Stuff happened, stuff changed, and I just ran away.
Jocelyn's problems with school started when she was 13.
There was a lot of stuff going on. I mean, like, my mum got cancer while I was at school, So during that period, I was like, what do I do? My mum's got cancer.
I think she possibly, thought that I was going to die. Being young and not really understanding these kind of things.
And although her mother is now in remission, Jocelyn struggled to move on.
I got into smoking cannabis quite a bit. Went around being a dick around schools, smoking, swearing at teachers, getting myself suspended, bunking, being an absolute dickhead, which probably didn't help. That time in my life just wasn't very nice for me. It was just difficult to put a uniform on again and all this crap.
Anyway, once you go back home, you're not going to wear on a uniform again. Are you?
I know,
No.
I know.
I want you to get back a sparkle in your eyes. Which will come with lightness of the mind. So I want you to be happy, Joss.
Yeah, I just block things out. I smoke cannabis, drink myself, get high all the time. It just keeps my mind off everything, You don't have to think about anything when you do that. And it was just my way to, it was just my way of running away. I've always run away.
So when are you going to stop running away?
Well, now, that's what I'm saying.
You will, no?
I'm sure I'm going to try.
Okay, I think trying is the first step.
Yeah.
After school, Uni invites Peter to his company, Thermax, for a chat about his future.
Hi. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Yourself?
Sit down.
He's keen that Peter appreciates the value of a good education and suspects that the way to get to his heart is money.
How do you feel in this office?
I could get used to it. I could get very used to it.
Okay. What is your ambition in life?
I don't really know, to be honest. I want to make a lot of money, but I'm not entirely sure which way I'm going to go yet.
I had similar kind of ambition at your age. I studied hard and got 100% marks in mathematics in 12th standard. 100 out of 100.
That's good.
So there were only 3 seats available in the college where I've done my degree in engineering for the province which I come from. I got one of those seats and studied for 4 years. You can also do that. So you've got to plan at this point of time as to which route are you going to be taking. I'll show you a company, how it operates, and from that you'll come to know how you can get a good career. In any company, there'll be a CFO, that's a Chief Financial Officer. There'll be a Chief of Human Resources.
Uni wants Peter to realise that getting a good degree is the only way for him to secure an executive job.
If you are really serious about becoming something like this, average salary for a European CEO is $500,000 US per year. Plus bonus. Yeah, bonus can be anything. If you do great, you'll get a $1 million bonus.
Now I can sort of see myself being a CEO of Thermax.
You want to be someone like me?
Yeah, I mean, it would be good.
You can make it, then you have all the potential to make it happen. You only need to work hard for that.
I never really knew how companies sort of worked, but now that I do, and what you need for it, and I think I can actually go for it. I'm actually thinking of maybe after finishing A-levels and that, then give him a little shout out and come work as an apprentice for him or something.
Back at the flat, Joss is continuing to confront her demons.
Not looking forward to school, but I'm gonna go. There's no point me sitting. There's no point me coming here and sitting at home. So.
Later that evening, Peter opens up to Uni about his troubled school days.
I've been moving schools my whole life because obviously with my stepdad in the army, he was moving every 2 years, so I moved schools quite a lot.
Yeah.
I was at a school that I really loved, and then they moved me to another school, and the new school was like a prison.
You went through shifting school from one place to the other. That's not your fault. You're very playful. You're very energetic. You have a lot of naughty habits. Every human being has got goods and bad. And you look at your good and try to improve that.
I'm going to work a lot harder for my exams now because I know that I'm going to need it because there's actually something to do in life now, whereas before I didn't really know what I was going to do after school. So, being here, that's helped so much.
All the best. We're there.
Pete, do you think India changed you in any way?
I could feel it. I could feel it inside. It was weird, having someone I've never sort of had things sort of said to me in that sort of way. That was doing everything I've sort of thought is completely been reversed now, sort of thing. It's completely changed the way I've thought about everything. I don't know. I think you're right. There is a turning point in me from this trip.
Much to Uni's delight, Joss is up and dressed for school. It's the breakthrough they'd been waiting for.
For Jocelyn, the rhythm to come back to go to school is more important than what she does in the school. So one has to be wearing a uniform, go to school, sit in a classroom, listen to a teacher is more important as to what she learns in the class. It'll be good for her.
Jocelyn hasn't been in a classroom for 2 years. Jocelyn's first lesson is a spelling test.
Good morning, children. So the first word, the word parliament.
P-A-R-L-I-A-M-E-N-T.
Excellent. Antique, Varun.
A-N-T-I-Q-U-E.
Excellent. This spelling is for Jocelyn. Pageant.
P-A-D-G-E-N-T.
It's P-A-G-E-A-N-T. All right. Give each other a clap, please.
They're all just so clever, they'll try so hard to really do well, and it's wow. It's quite refreshing actually to be in a room full of children that are so wanting to succeed in that. It's really weird.
I am strongly for the motion.
In the school hall, Peter's been asked to take part in a debating competition. He's arguing that life as an Indian teenager is better than that of a British one.
Ladies and gentlemen of the board, a very generous audience. I'd like to begin with, first and foremost, education. In India, education is far more important than most other westernised countries, such as England, for example. Many people will drop out of education after the age of 16 with very little qualifications. Second of all is morals. India are big on their morals. Lastly, I'd like to talk about respect. In India, everyone is massive on respect. Respect your family, respect your teachers, respect any sort of authoritative figures, elders, police, everything. In many westernised cultures, respect is completely diminished. Thank you very much.
Coming to the point in question, I firmly believe that I would rather prefer to be a teenager in a developed Western country than in a country like India.
And now for the eagerly awaited prize, Best Speaker for Peter Wrigley.
Thank you. Cheers. The standards are pretty high out here, yeah. I'm surprised that I did so well, but, you know.
It's the last period of the day, and not only is Jocelyn still at school, she's even joined the Bishop's cricket team.
I wasn't that upset about my over. I haven't played in 2 years. I do miss cricket. I do want to play when I get back.
For the first time in 2 years, Joss has made it to the end of her school day, and it's been a success.
School has just made me realise that instead of blocking it out, I need to kind of accept everything and try and move on properly rather than just closing the door. Do you know what I mean? And I want to move on with my life properly and stop, like, letting the past get me down.
The British teens are nearly ready to leave, so they're having a final family get-together.
It's been amazing.
Thank you. Nice to hear that. You are our kids. Makes us feel very, very happy and proud. Really. And we are always there for both of you. Okay?
Seeing smile on your face makes me absolutely believe there'll be a different, very different Josh we will see when you're going to see you for the next time. And you would have the memories of this going on.
Oh, for the rest of my life. But I've got a tattoo to remind me, don't I?
Okay? Do well. Okay? Do well. Do well. Okay?
Oh, I'm so happy I came. The family were amazing. They've got a bit of both. They've got the old loving and caring, but with the strictness, I think it's brilliant.
Bye. Thank you. Oh, the family were really lovely. They made me think beyond barriers that I'd brought up and encouraged me to do things that I didn't want to do.
All the best, do well, okay?
Thank
do well,
you.
do well, do well, okay?
Yeah.
Do well.
We are confident their parents will notice the change in them because we are their parents for just this 1 week and we have noticed a change.
What I've learned about myself in this experience is that I'm not such a bad boy after all. I'm quite a good boy. I'm a very good boy. That's nice. It's self-discovery.
Hi. Yeah, we're fine. I want to know everything, Jocelyn.
Oh, you've got a lot to hear.
What are the main things that you've learnt?
Learned some self-control, dealing with things instead of running away and helping you out more.
I didn't know what was going to surface, but it's good, you know, if things have surfaced, then...
Yeah, it gave me a chance to think a lot. Like, I tend to, like, not think.
I mean, I know we've had issues in our family, and I suppose maybe you've felt, you know, that you don't want to add to them.
Since you've got cancer now, I don't want to do anything to bring that back. I don't want to worry you.
It's quite nice to see her communicating. It's very interesting that she said that, you know, about me being ill, which is quite touching, really. I've been so intent on carrying on that I didn't realise she was worried about that. So, yeah.
Hello. All right. How are you?
So, are you a changed person now? Are you changed?
In some respects.
In what respects?
I know what I'm going to do after school.
What you going to do?
Going to uni, get a degree, and I'm going into big business. After A-levels, I'm going back out to India for some work experience.
Lovely.
Couple trophies and certificates.
Wow! I mean, it's fantastic news to hear Peter say that he is going to work hard to get the qualifications that he needs. If only that comes out of it, then, you know, I'm deeply grateful. Oh, thank you, darling.
You're welcome.